Om Ashato Ma Sadgamaya Tamasho Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O Lord, lead us from the unreal to the real. Lead us from darkness to light. Lead us from death to immortality. Om, peace, peace, peace. So, welcome to all of you who are uh, listening from a distance. Our prayer for all of you to stay well. We are now today studying as usual online. It is Upadeshamrita, and that means the virtues, 6 virtues as suggested to be cultivated by a genuine devotee. And we have talked about last time also what are the 6 virtues. The virtue is utsaha. When one person in spiritual life always should be enthusiastic. I will do it, I will get it. Never lose your hope. Firm faith, yeah, that is nishchaya. Yes, many have done, I will also do it. Nishchaya. Then third is dhairya. Everyone 2 days practice, and I have practiced, and God, I have not vision of God. No, no, I have not developed devotion. No. Nishchaya is a form, nishchaya dhairya. Patience. Have patience, fortitude and patience. One. Fourth point, we are tat tat karma pravartanam, performing the activities which is congenial to grow in love with God or in the path of spirituality, what that type of activity centered around God, so that our all activities I am doing for God, I am doing for God. So any action, the mind will be tuned to that. And we were studying that part. We will go to that. And what the fifth, one should be sangatyaga. You have to give up association. Those with people or environment which is opposed to your growth in devotion and love for God, or meditation practice, or even path of jnana, whatever. And adopting what is good, shato vritte, and to follow the footsteps of the holy people. So these are the 6 points we are discussing, and we were on the point of 4th point, performing the activities of bhakti or tat tat karma pravartanam. That karma, আমি বলেছি, I give out the name, obstacles and opportunities. Yeah. Though it is tat tat karma pravartanam, that's why I gave that there are obstacles. That I have given the topic though, sorry, to explain this particular point today. Because tat karma pravartanam, very obstacles are there that we want to do action, but to remember God, but we can't, we forget. Our situation comes which makes us divert our attention. So therefore, that tat tat karma pravartanam we have read. And in that discussion we have done the other day very well. There are 10 points we have discussed. I also just refer to the 10 points. What are the favorable to be a good devotee? Karma to be performed by a devotee. The first point was that Guru Padasraya, to take refuge in a spiritual teacher, at the feet of his right spiritual teacher. That was first. In spiritual growth, it is an essential. Opposite, many people do that. They are but buddhi. I will do by myself. I know everything. I have read this book. Yes, but the spiritual science is something. It should come from teacher to student. So, first point was Guru seva, a guru pada, taking refuge at the feet of a guru. Second point was that you have to go and serve the teacher with utmost love and devotion. And third point will be accept the mantra or diksha, what Guru can give us, the tradition in which many people have followed before. Fourth, we have read that follow the footsteps of sadhus. This is every time it is emphasized. We have to follow the footsteps. The holy people, they have moved in that direction. So we should follow that path, which is congenial. Fifth point will be that we have discussed about that inquiring about sadharma. That means, what is my dharma? My dharma is not to criticize other religion. My dharma is not to just intellectually judge others, like in the name of Vedanta study. People may go on talking about, discussing about wrong criticism about this path is bad, that path is bad. No. So, sadharma, to follow the dharma, the path of eternal spiritual tradition, and to hold on to that. That's why, which is the service for a devotee, service which is favorable to Lord Krishna or Ramakrishna, which has free from desires, other than only desire, that I am serving God. Whatever karma people do, people can do karma, service. People will say, I am good performer, I am doing to feel joy inside, prestige, power, not for any other expectation, but for pleasing the Lord. So that should be the dharma. And renouncing sense enjoyments for the sake of affection for Krishna. This is spiritual life. Uncompromisingly, this is the truth. One must have to renounce the sense enjoyments, meaning which drags our mind to the body and mind. Sense enjoyment is as it is not bad. But when you involve in sense enjoyment, what happens? Our mind is dragged to the senses, not to God. That's why it is to be very careful. Shastra says, renounce this sense enjoyment. And you may say, why shall I renounce my enjoyments of life? Well, no, because you love Krishna. To gain the devotion to Krishna or Krishna's grace, you are renouncing. People do renounce to get something higher, give up something which is immediate. So in our life, always we are doing that. But a devotee should have to think in this way, that I am to renounce everything. Sab chhod ke sab paave.
But when
If
you
it is,
renounce with the expectation of getting something, that will be rajasic renunciation.
yeah,
not sattvic.
but I am saying I am only, yeah, her question is that when I am renouncing something,
In expectation
an expectation of something, that means I am expecting something, it is like I am giving up because of that. Yeah, it is not a very, maybe in Gita sometimes it said, with expectation if you give up anything, then that is called Rajasika. But I am expectation of reaching my beloved Lord, that is Sattik. If you can, one can do. Everyone does that. Spiritual life, why? Anything less than God, anything less than divine, if we have a motivation, oh, I am doing this to gain this, then it is all world, it falls in the world, the pattern of the world, and it is binding. So this question is a very pertinent question. Yes, it can bind us, it is rajas, tyaga, renunciation is rajasa renunciation, not sattika. Why? Because you are expecting something. But here, what is the expectation? I am expecting only my whole heart and soul and mind and everything will be absorbed in the love of God. So this is the highest goal. In the language of yoga, it is called samadhi. In the language of jnana, it is called aham brahmasmi. And that expectation ultimately merges the individual with the divine. Individual dies away. So with that expectation, when one is doing, what a blessed expectation. So though it, according to Gita, it is called Rajasa, it would have been Rajasa if it is less than God and God alone. So they, devotees will like renounce. I am renouncing everything. For what? Many people uh, have that concept and they tell that sadhus, you are renouncing everything for your own enjoyment. No, it is not for own enjoyment. Real sadhu, real holy man will renounce for God and God alone. They don't want anything of the world. Nothing is of any value to them. So how to do that? Therefore you have to learn how to get out of the sense enjoyments for the sake of attaining to that affection and love which makes me one with my beloved Lord. There is nothing. And that Lord is Lord God. He is the foundation and substratum of the whole universe. Now, to do that, there is another path to follow. Seventh point was given that you go to holy place, Tirtha Seva, Tirtha Vasa. You go to a holy land. Suppose you go to Jerusalem and think that here all the holy happenings have happened. It will remind you of that holiness. You go to Jairambati and you will see that Holy Mother was born here, Holy Mother used to walk in this road, Holy Mother used to sit here, Holy Mother gave initiation in this room, oh, Holy Mother talked with his disciple in this way, in this. So your mind, though you are moving in the world, but your mind is going deep into the consciousness of the divine. So it's a blessed opportunity to go to a holy place and to observe, not going in holy places and just distracted, but thinking every dust of that holy place is purifying. You go to Dakshineshwar, where Ramakrishna did his sadhana. So go and sit. Oh, Master Masai wrote that here Ramakrishna was used to sit here. Oh, this is the pine grove area. This is the temple. This is the path. If you go once and visit all these things, all associated with holy association with Ramakrishna. And people may go also for their other association. So that is the lower association. That's why Tirthavasa, the holy association of the saints and sages or God, particularly Tirtha means that Vrindavan, Benaras, like Dakshineshwar, Nadia, Navadvip where Mahaprabhu was born, all these places, because it is all the connected with the divine play of the Lord. So to stay there sometime is a good. Then accepting according to one needs. Eighth point. As a bhakta, as a devotee of God, as a lover of God, you follow a devotional path. You don't need more than what you don't accept what you need more than that. That's why monastic vows are also same. Monastics should not accumulate. eh? Because there is example. That's why who are the monks? Monks, which category they belong? It says monks belong to the category, it is called the bihangam, the birds. Why? You see, birds are hungry, they go for searching something, food, eat something here and there. And when they are done, they start singing and forget that what they will eat in the afternoon. So real devotee or real monk will be free from this thought. Minimum, God will give me afternoon. God has created the whole. So how much confidence is coming, faith coming, not to accumulate for their own sustenance. That is the bhakta or a jnani or a sadhu would have this same. So accepting according to one's own need. If I can manage, there are many examples of our great Swamis of the Ramakrishna order who does not accept much more than a minimum clothing, one extra maybe for exceptional time. And you want to give, they will give away or they will not keep and they will scold sometimes. Why did you bring it? Take it back. People may misunderstand, but that is the vows of the, because if you keep more things, you have to be little, you have to take care of the more. If you keep 10 pairs of shoes, then what will happen? You use maybe now in the morning, now in the noon, now in the afternoon, but you have to clean all those things, keep in order perfectly all these things, and it is your more work. Why one's bhakta, devotee, or a holy man, or a spiritual aspirant, says spend time in mundane things which can be avoided. So that's the 8th point, accept according to one's own need. Then occasional fasting, observing Ekadasi. In the bhakti school they say one day you should observe your fasting. Why? Because other day we give some time and for cooking and for eating and then doing the dishes and then cleaning. It goes time. No, I will not do that. I will only fast for God today. And also that gives two effects. One, it is your mind can be thinking of God and utilize that time even for where we spend in eating and chit-chatting. Avoid that. Second, by this our senses, the strength of the senses to go for the outward thing will be reduced. When one fasts, these senses become purified that way. So these are two benefits of observing Ekadasi. And then as a devotee, Bhakta school will say 10th point, that is serving Tulsi and others. Means they will serve as we do. Tulsi leaf is considered very auspicious. They will serve water the Tulsi brand and maintain that thinking as a symbol of purity. They will flower. They will put flower garden and other things so that the fragrance comes to give us a feeling that it is Lord's place. So they will serve.
You see, another name is Vrinda, and the Vrindavan it's at forest of Tulsi. That's a place of Krishna.
Now, Vrindavan is explained like that. Vrinda means Tulsi. Ban means forest. Forest of Vrinda, Tulsi. Tulsi is a symbol of dedication. Tulsi leaf is a symbol of offering everything. Oh Lord, I offer everything to you. That's why there is a song. Dehi Tulsi Tilo Deha Samarapinu. Oh Lord, I have offered my life and everything with my body and my soul and my everything at your feet. With this, like Tulsi leaf, I offer. Now, so these are the 10 points, and it is a necessity, and there is great necessity of observing these 10 points, what I just now said. Then, why? Because it will help us to develop love and devotion of towards God. Obstacles because, yes, in this journey, if we want to do accepting according to one's end, need, people will criticize, then I say, okay, what is there, let me accumulate. Mind will say, okay, it is nothing. That way we get trained into wrong direction. So these 10 points are to be followed. Now, after that, this book, we have read this much, that there is a necessity of this, the 10 limbs of bhakti are the prerequisites for performing bhajan. Bhajan means prayer and absorption. Attaining bhajan and Bhagavan is very difficult for those who neglect these limbs. You want to do bhajan, bhajan means spiritual practice. If you don't follow these steps, you don't take refuge in the Guru, don't serve your Guru, don't follow the path of the holy people, don't do all these 10 points we have talked little by little, then spiritual growth becomes stunted. So it is very important. The association, we should avoid association of those people who only just, there are very logicians. Avoid the logicians. What logicians do? They only say intellectual uh, analysis, but they don't apply in life. So avoid them. This book will say they are Maya Bhadis. Maya Bhadi. Those who follow the doctrine of Maya.
Oh, bhadi means follow?
Doctrine. Doctrine of Maya. Why? It is only we are not Mayavadis. We are Brahmavadis. We as Vedanta society, all the devotees, we are, what is our doctrine? Doctrine of divinity. We are not saying it is all Maya. If it is only Maya, it is intellectually impermanence. Today's this virus situation, it gives us the idea it is all temporary. So Vedanta, what it says, it is not true, it is not permanent. But there is a truth which Vedanta says, that you are Atman. And Bhakti will say, there is God. These things are coming and going in the material world, but God never comes and goes. So that is a, so don't associate with those people who just go on logically analyzing and making the brain little heated. One must refrain from making many friends and relations. In spiritual life, many come to go down into your own heart. A good holy association is good, but not making too many friends. And those who come as a little advanced, making their disciple. I have so many disciples of mine. That means you are again becoming worldly. So don't do that to many friendship, and you have to keep touch with them and to talk to them. And in that talk, most of the time you see, we are spiritual. When you talk among each other, see all the time, how many times we talk about God, but we talk about so many things also. So to be aware of that, that's why don't make. They refrain from making many friends and disciples, reading many types of shastras. Many people like to read this book, that book, that book. Why to read so many books? Ramakrishna said, life is short. Only we know that God is the reality, everything is unreal. What will you find in any book? Go. You want to read the Dhammapad? What it will talk about? Everything is momentary. Buddha. Khana, kshana, kshana, kshana. Everything is dukkha, dukkha, dukkha. There is a state, nirvana. So, what is that? Do that. Reading that book, again I go, how many branches of Buddhism is there? How many branches of Islam is there? How many branches of Hinduism there? I'll follow little Tantra, I'll go for little Bhakti, I'll go for little Jnana. Why, Baba? Follow, do something. That's why one must refrain, this important point, from making many friends and disciples, and also try to arrest his inquisitiveness to read many scriptures. Of course, if that scripture reading gives you a boosting towards spiritual journey, take it. That is not obstacle. But if it takes you away from God, whatever we read, another philosophy, oh, this philosophy, they are worthless philosophy. I need not have to think about that. How I can boost my spirituality. So therefore, avoid. Satisfaction and equal vision. Satisfaction, it should be the endeavor for food and clothing will always exist in both the life of household life and renounced life, but one must always be careful in such dealings, because the purport is whether a student sadhaka stays at home or at forest, he will certainly have to make some endeavor for food and clothing, but be satisfied with whatever you get it. Not to hoard, not to collect for future. Next, sadness is to be cast off. In spiritual life, the blind Swami Vivekananda used to say, my face become a little morose when I start, my stomach pain starts. Huh? You are having stomach pain? Why are you morose? Be smiling, cheerful, joyful, because you are thinking of God. So this is another thing. You need not have to show your melancholy face. Oh, I am dejected to the world. I don't like, my face will be always. No, I am cheerful. I am a child of God. Because the freshness of the face indicates the freshness of the mind. So people have to be aware of that. Those who are, don't be sad because something happens. It will pass. Keep your mind cheerful. To worship the various gods and goddesses. In Hinduism, there are many various gods and goddesses. You hold on to your Ishta Devata and think he is the embodiment of all gods and goddesses. Finish. Not excluding. But Bhakti school sometimes decries and says other gods and goddesses are a lower god. My God, Krishna is the highest God. No. In my Krishna, all other gods and goddesses are there. So if I worship Krishna, if I worship Brahma Krishna, all other gods and goddesses are getting. Like you water the plant, the water goes to every branch and leaf and every branch and leaf in the entire world. You don't have to put water to each one. So that idea is there that you should worship only your beloved Lord. One should not cause anxiety for anyone. These are all very great virtues of spiritual life. One should not cause anxiety for anyone, because if you create, you become the cause of anxiety. You are already troubling your own mind. And that trouble you are putting into another's mind. So avoid that. One should not cause. One should be merciful towards every living entity, not giving even the slightest anxiety to anyone. It is necessary that one's heart be full of compassion for all. Now, it is imperative to give up seva, nama for others. We are not going for that. Refraining from criticism of the Vaishnavas and Vishnu and taking shelter of the lotus feet of Sri Guru. We have to, in spiritual life, we will have to maintain this, that don't criticize. Stop criticism. Refraining from criticism. Particularly, don't criticize sadhus. Whoever may be. You see the external only. What do you know what is going on in the mind? For your correction, you say, oh, if it is bad, I won't follow that. That's okay. But don't start criticizing, he is like that, she is like that, who is like that, everything. So that is not very inspirational in spiritual life, and nothing, it deters our spiritual growth. So never criticize. So refraining from criticism, Vaishnavas means the Bhaktas, and Vishnu the Lord. Don't criticize, my Ramakrishna is great, and oh Krishna, that is not that good. Oh, they are worshipping another aspect of God, Hanuman or Vishnu or Narayana. Don't criticize like that. All are one God, and you keep your connection and rather make friendship with them. And classification, there are bhaktas maybe having several attitudes. You can create a relationship with God, like sometimes saying, he is my father. Oh Lord, please protect me. I am your child, father and son. Sometimes say, God is my friend. Why am I to worry about? As Christ equivalent in Krishna, Arjuna was friends. So God is there. If someone's mental attitude, someone can think, Dasya, Vatsalya, God is my child. Many mothers think that Krishna is my baby. If I don't take care, who will take care? So, friend, husband, wife, what, or seeing God everywhere. Take any spiritual attitude, these moods, and move on. All endeavors are worldly activities to be performed for Krishna. This is very important. Whatever karma we do, we will have to think, I have done for Krishna. I have done for Ramakrishna. So I have nothing to gain any praise from anyone. Anyone says bad, I need not to hear. I did it for God and God and God and God. So what will happen? The karma becomes karma yoga. Swami Vivekananda says, if karma becomes karma bhoga also. We do karma and we feel the consequences of that. Our ego, our pride, our recognition, our I am not honored, I am not respected, I am not getting my legitimate dues. No, 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 I don't need from anyone. What these worldly people can give me? I am doing Krishna. That's why Tatsukha Shukitvam, there is a word. Whatever I am doing, Tatsukha, for His pleasure, for the pleasure of my beloved Lord, whatever I did, and I offer everything. So then karma itself becomes puja, worship. And now all endeavors, that's worldly activities, world will go away because you are doing for God. All worldly activities are to be performed for the Lord Krishna and surrender. Surrender. Everything you do, you will find that you are not perfectly doing perfectly. Says, oh Lord, I cannot do, but you know I surrender. Please help me, please help me, please hold my hand, take me. No? Surrender is the last. No? So this is very important point. The surrender is a great sadhana. And actually no one have realized God without surrendering. So here he suggests surrender. Studying the Bhakti Shastras, you have to do all these practices. Now, serving the deity, Yatra Mahotsav, releasing Bhagavatam and Rasika Bhaktas. Meaning, these are very devotees' attitude. What they will do? The serving the deity. Suppose you, as our nuns are doing puja every day. It is that deity they are serving. Serving, washing them, bathing them, offering flower, offering in sandal paste, and food, and flowers, and chanting. So doing all these things, you are serving the deity. You are serving not the photo. Most of the people think people are worshipping, Hindus worshipping different gods and goddesses. Different, how many gods and goddesses? These are all wrong. They are not worshipping the photos. They are worshipping one God, who is the love. So, serving the deity, that's why you do your everyday practice. Even you don't do the shrine, in your room you have some photo of your Ramakrishna, Holy Mother. So what will you do? Just wipe the frame or photo, no? As if you are wiping the face and cheeks and hands and like that. And then after that, you give one little flower, and in a home, normally people wave one incense. So this is you are worshipping your deity, serving the deity. And on special occasion, Yatra and Mahotsav, in India, there is a tradition. When special occasion will come, there will be some performance. It is called the key performance, open stage performance. The actors will come. Someone will take the role of Rama, someone will take the role of Mother Sita, someone will be Ravana. So enacting those plays, Jatra, that is called Jatra. And Mahotsav means special celebration. We do it on Ramakrishna's birthday from morning. And there is some chant and prayer, and then we start the bhajan and singing, and also we are doing puja with items of flowers and fruits and candies and this and that. This is called, and distributing the prasad for all. That then some talks and lectures. It's like a great festivity. You do your festivity, see how you are engaging your mind. People engage their mind in mundane dancing, singing. You are engaging the same mind, all related to Ramakrishna, all related to Holy Mother, all related to Krishna. We do that Janmashtami in our San Diego Center. There we do the all puja, worship, festivity, eating, singing, all for Krishna, 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 Krishna. So those are to be and release. When Bhagavata is read like this, we are reading the scripture. And in India there is a tradition. In the Bhagavat, when they read from the Bhagavat, thousands of people will be sitting with rapt attention listening to the divine play of the Lord, so that your mind is engaged. So engage yourself in these three. Serve your Ishta, Ramakrishna, then listen to such episodes of, or there is a play, sometimes movies are there on Ramakrishna, sometimes people get enthused. Many people on like a TV serial, something goes on, someone says, oh, the boy who is playing in the lane, part of Ramakrishna, wonderful play. That means when you even, someone is playing, you observe that your mind goes around Ramakrishna's divine play. So engage your mind. That is how you can keep your mind engaged instead of worldly thing. God, God, God. By Jatra. That's called Jatra, open stage theatre. And nowadays we have our TV serial, in TV serial or in theatre or in what you call movies. And Mahotsav, festivity, days of festivity. And release. You find joy when you hear that, there is a great festivity going on, and there is a great discussion going on the life and teachings of Ramakrishna. So, like Ramakrishna Katha, they are talking about Krishna, Krishna's pastime. So, we should engage in that. That is, and then another point, sadhu sangha. Again, it is coming sadhu sangha, means holy association. Always, 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 there is no parallel of holy company. Because holy company does not mean sitting with the sadhus or chit-chatting about mundane talks. Mostly sadhu sangha should be when you sit with some sadhus or nuns or monks, just question, spiritual question. Create an atmosphere, divine relationship with God, how we can develop that. You know what I am talking, these things are nothing new, we do it every time. What new thing I am reading today? The same thing. But it is to be again and again discussed and discussed till it becomes our nature. Ramakrishna's nature was converted. You go to Ramakrishna Gospel and read one day's record, there is, you can nothing find worldly. All God, love God, go, and this story, that story, all related to God and God and God. It will be second nature. You cannot talk any other thing. As any mundane, worldly people talk about mundane talks, who is politician, you go to him, he will start talking about politics. If he is of some nature, say a doctor, another doctor, when they meet together, or you are a patient, they will talk about disease. So similarly, a holy person, when meet another, to have this, you have to know it. That's why we say.
These days, because of social isolation, you cannot go to holy person.
Yeah, but we can get it now. We cannot go to holy association. But why not now? We are all holy association. You may be sitting in some part of your home. I am sitting in this home. But we are not separate.
People here.
Huh?
27 people viewing.
27 people. So all the 27 friends were talking about God. So this is called the satsanga. This is called the sadhu sangha. Whenever you talk about God, wherever you are, so make that association. Satsanga, that's why it is very important. Our scriptures say, Narada Bhakti Sutra says, Satsangastu durlava amoghascha. Satsanga, holy association, is very, very rare. Because in the world you go, you start talking about God, within 2 minutes they will talk about all mundane things. Unnecessary things. Okay, right. We are human beings, we live in this society, we will talk about that. But that becomes our primary focus. and you forget. That's why you go to a sadhu, you have a sadhu sangha, means you poke, put some personal question, or you know that question, you even know your reply. You just, to start that question, turn our attention towards God, raise such question. Or that you are talking, you should divert your talk towards God, towards God. That's called the sadhu sangha. But if you get satsanga, is durlabha, that is very rare in the world. Because wherever you go, they talk about money, wealth, prosperity, failure, success, and disease and death, day and night. Now, because of the coronavirus, we are all talking about the whole day, and the media, what we are talking about. This death is coming, there is happening, this is happening. True, it is happening. But what can I do? If I see all these things day and night, I will be very much depressed. Rather you, okay, I have taken the prevention, precaution, what is to be done, I am following the doctor's instructions, and then rest of the time be cheerful, do satsanga, holy company. Sat. So that is very sadhu sangha, is very important. So the 5 limbs of bhakti, Nam Sankirtan and Vaishnava Seva are foremost. What are the 5? They are called serving the deity, releasing the purport of Srimad Bhagavat with Rasika Bhakta. Rasika Bhakta means those who enjoy talking. You go to people who don't want to listen to that. You will not release there. You are saying something, and someone, some friend who loves this, he or she is absorbing this. That is a great relationship. So it is called the Rasika Bhakta. Bhakta who finds juice, sweetness in this type of conversation. Follow that. Associate with the devotees more advanced than oneself. 5 limbs of bhakti, of Nam Sankirtan is what? You go little to meet somebody who is little more than you. What will happen? You can get something benefit. Who is lower than that, then you get down. Because their understanding is immature in understanding. And they will talk, explain the same thing in a wrong direction. Our mind will be deluded. So this suggestion, 3rd point, associating with the devotees more advanced than oneself, and to go to such people who are affectionate to oneself and in the same mood. He can catch your mood. He gets joy to talk to you, you get joy to talk to. But if you only go to a person, you want to hear something, and that person is talking all mundane things, it is not matching. Mind is not matching. Therefore,
on the other hand, if you are going and asking just for the sake of asking, because I know that when I go to sadhu, I have to ask something. So I'm not going to follow that one just because for the sake of asking, I'm asking.
that is true. It happens. Some people come question for question's sake.
Yeah.
But true, question for question's sake is bad. But it is not bad even the question is asked and you are responding. He is just maybe judging your intelligence. True. But it is much better than talking mundane talks. It is a comparison, always a comparison. You talk about these worldly things versus even for talking a debate, starting a debate, they are putting some question. He knows that question well, and he says, I am testing. Testing how he knows. I remember when I came, someone told me, he put very serious questions. And then I heard from others, I was testing him, what he knows. Okay, good. But at least testing, for the reason of testing, they are asking me my spiritual question. And that helping me to think of God. Suppose if they ask something else which is non-God, so where I go? I think of negative thinking. No? So that's why the 3rd point is association with devotees more advanced than oneself. And they should be, those advanced people should be affectionate to oneself and in the same mood. He is in the mood to talk. He is in the mood to sing a song. So Ramakrishna, when in the mood, people are going, na? The devotee is going, a bhakta, Vaishnava Bhakta, Ramakrishna, mind, seeing him, all the devotional things come manifest in his mouth. And both are enjoying them. The devotee is enjoying and Ramakrishna is enjoying. Now someone comes to Vedanta, and Pandit is coming. Ramakrishna seeing that Pandit, he talks about Vedanta, absolute truth of Vedanta. And then that devotee, the Vedanta student, they get associated with that. They think, wow, both enjoy. And then music is music what? One is singing, sometimes we sing. We are singing in one way, another person doing fast. So we are not matching. That's not music. Music should be harmony. The teacher and the student, the speaker and those people who are seeing, hearing, they should be tuned into the same consciousness. So that is called the same mood. Then performing Nama Sankirtan. That's very important. Chanting the name of God together. That's why we do. We don't chant like Hare Krishna out loud, but we chant our mantra. After our meditation, what we do? After our evening prayer, what we do? We sit together and we silently do our mantra. No? That is the Sankirtan. But normally Nam Sankirtan is little louder outer expression when you do. That's called Nam Sankirtan. But this is also, we can consider in our practice, we are doing Nam Sankirtan there. Sometimes we sing some songs in the name of God. But Nam Sankirtan means Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So Rama Rama, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, out loud together. So that creates a mood. If you go, life you will find that when you go into that mood, 10 people are doing that, you just enter there. You will forget everything. Your mind will be going around in the name of the Lord. But only dogmatism is not good. Hare Krishna is leading to God, and Ramakrishna is taking to hell. Or Christ is taking you somewhere else. No. Only this broadness should be there. Performing the Nama Sankirtan and residing in the Mathura. Live, as I have discussed, stay in a holy land. We are all staying in a holy land. This place is holy. Our Swami Sarvadevananda, who was Swami Shivananda Maharaj's disciple, head of our Sacramento Center, now passed away. He used to come and said, it is Hollywood? No, it is holy wood. What is his statement? Like it's a wood, forest of, you see, go outside, everyone is busy with money, with dancing, with nightclub and this and that, everyone is there. But in that forest, there is a holy land. You suddenly enter and found, oh my God, a temple. And many people come and then enter into the shrine and say, wow, what is peace? I didn't know. I live here for 20 years. I never know. That's why it is wood, but it is a holy wood. So Swami Sarvadevananda Maharaj used to say. So all our centers are like that because they are good people who try to improve their lifestyle, think about God and elevate their life. They live there. So you live in that place. It's congenial. People don't take advantage, let's forget that. Now we are closed everything. That's why people are not coming. But this door is open. Anyone comes and anytime. Many people make that comment. Oh, I saw that some people come for 5 minutes even. Used to come. Now we are not allowing that. So they used to come for 5 minutes entering there and go away. They drive maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes. 10, 15 minutes driving, 10, 15 minutes going, staying here 5 minutes because they have no more time. But when they start their journey, they think I am going to the holy place.
Now through the
And then,
Arati you can stay.
now on your Arati, you can remain in your room and mentally think that you have come over here and meditate. So this is called the residing in holy land, residing in Mathura, residing in mentally you live it there. Of these 5 types sadhana, the 2 are most prominent. One is Nama Sankirtanam and second is service to the devotees. See, Vaishnava Seva. That's why Baburam Maharaj was the example, Swami Premananda. Huh? He Vaishnava Seva means service to Vaishnava. Vaishnava devotee no, এটা ঠাকুরের মুখ দেখা যাবে না. So these are the two, to repeat the holy name of God, and second point is the serving the devotees. We are all devotees of God, to serve the others who are lovers of God. It is called the Vaishnava Seva service. So, and if this practice continues like that, conclusion will come, you will get the real genuine love for God will develop. Raganuga. Raganuga means, raga means your one-pointed attachment to God. Mind will not go anywhere but God and God. You are sleeping, you will see God. With eyes open, you will see God. In your talking, you are thinking that you are talking with God. So the whole world will change. So in this way, this Vaidhi Bhakti means this, what we have just studied, step by step following this, all these 10 points according to Bhakti school. What will happen? It will take you to the real devotion. In this way, Vaidhi Bhakti has an important part in sadhana bhakti. That's called when you are students like us, we are practicing. That has a place, very important position and place for practice. Besides this, the practice of raganuga bhakti is very powerful in the process of sadhana. To generate love for God, this type of practice, it helps us to go. The part of sadhana means spiritual practice, that arises through a disposition for following the footsteps of the devotees, aim for acquiring their innate propensity for Krishna Seva is known as Raganuga Bhakti. We will describe this further. That means, this is very important. Bhakti divided into two categories. One is called the Raganuga, another is called the, how much time? 25, almost 8. So, one is called the practicing bhakti, but practicing bhakti with real, genuine urge will lead us to real bhakti. Then you will not be able to think of anything but God. So, really, what these 10 points we have read here, today again I recapitulated and ended this chapter of 4, the Tat Karma Pravartanam, that chapter. You have to engage in that type of activity which will lead you to God consciousness. No? So that if we follow this practice, every action given to God, every thought given to God, every friendship to be made, spiritual friendship, going to sadhu sangha, talking about holiness, forget about other thoughts, other mundane things of the life. If we do that, that will gradually lead us to the intoxicated mood of God consciousness. Then people, it is a serious life. For that you do upavas, you have some fasting practice. But people fast. What they do that day? They talk the same mundane talk. Fasting should be to restrain your energy. My tongue is saying, I will eat. I say, no, I am the master. I won't feed you today. So you are getting control over your senses. If you can control the tongue, then you can control your other senses also. I will not go to see this, through that, hear this, hear that. I will repeat the mantra today more. So that is this type of any practice we have read about the 10, holy association, go to a person who is advanced than we are. So if we go to that person, we go to our holy sadhus. We remember how much benefit we got. I used to go and they are walking even, and I used to run to follow them while they are walking. And that time he will be saying something about Swami Vivekananda, talking about Vedanta. So these are the things we have to cultivate in our life. So next time, next Tuesday, we will be reading the fifth point, that is Sangatyago, relinquishing mundane association. As you know, again, we started with 6 things to be observed, virtues to be practiced, and that we have read today, finished totally the chapter which is for performing activities. We should perform all activities centered around God. Next day we will say, not only pay attention to do everything for God, try to avoid people who drags your mind down to the worldliness, mundane things. So, relinquishing the mundane association is the next chapter. We will do it next week. So, thank you all who were together, and Mother bless you all. Take care of your health, and 7:30 we will have our next class, Nectar of Supreme Bliss or Yoga Vasishta. Hope to see you there. Enjoy your time, because now you have enough time for yourself. Please utilize that time like this type of study and meditation, prayer, singing, bhajan, kirtan, and what you have gone to holy place, ruminate thinking about that holy place and its holy association altogether. Thank you all. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ram Krishnarpanam Astu.